In a huge controversy that has broken out in the last few days, we've seen a number of social media posts in the last few weeks, despite this pandemic, which have been very hateful and communal in nature, many of them by right-wing trolls. That has now been brought to the attention of prominent people in the Middle East, particularly countries that are friendly with India, including the UAE. As this backlash has grown over these Islamophobic tweets, even the Organization of Islamic Conference, or the OIC, which is the biggest grouping of Islamic countries, strongly criticized India for this yesterday. And today, India's ambassador to the UAE, Pavan Kapoor, said that India and the UAE share the value of non-discrimination and that discrimination is against our moral fabric and the rule of law. Indian nationals in the UAE, he said, should always remember that. Well, among the most prominent voices to criticize these Islamophobic tweets was Princess Hind Al-Qasimi, who is a member of the royal family and joins us via satellite, via Skype from Dubai. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, ma'am. We're kind of, unfortunately, used to seeing this kind of hatred and sort of communal overtones to tweets in India. What caught your attention this time? What did you see that made you so angry?
I didn't like what I saw. I grew up with workers at home. I was raised by Jews, and this was not what I'm used to hearing from Indians. And I didn't like that he had many rude comments. He was making fun of my religion. He was calling us the religion of the donkey, which was 1,400 years old. And he also said something about the country being built by Indians, and without the Indians, we would fall into ruin. We do not deny that we work, the Indians are our colleagues and our co-workers, they are friends, our families. They're not just the labor class. We have many CEOs which are also Indians, and we're very proud of them. We don't deny this friendship. One of the top 5 countries we trade in, import and export and infrastructure and everything, is India. I don't see India as a competition. I see India as a family. I mean, from the ancient Sanskrit dictum, we have a word which says, "We are all one family." And India, I mean, when I used to come to India, like very few countries, makes you feel like you belong to it. So I was ashamed to see an Indian saying that.
Absolutely, and so are we.
I have been to India, and I've met journalists. They will say good things about India and the corruption. I would say, but look at India today.
I can tell you that, I would say that most Indians still very much believe in our secular democracy, and they're not full of the kind of hatred that you see on Twitter and that you see online. And I'm sorry that, you had to see those comments and read those comments. If there's one message you wanted to give today to those people who have made this a religious issue and one of religious bias, what would that message be?
We are all one family. Today I quoted something about Gandhi, which says, "I am the Christian, I am the Jew, I am the Muslim, I am the Buddhist, I am the Hindu. We are all one family." And I also mentioned that the Emirates is not a country, does not accept hate. And that man that was quoting things, that was tweeting with a lot of arrogance, he does not represent the India I know. I don't think India would be proud to say that this is an ambassador of India.
No, it would not. And I think the person that tweeted you is somebody who doesn't represent all of us either. So we're glad you called out the bigotry. Thank you very much for joining us on NDTV this evening and speaking your mind on this issue. Thanks very much.